I learned about the affair at 2:13 a.m. on a Tuesday from a photo that wasn't meant for me. It wasn't a dramatic discovery, just a lazy mistake. Her cloud backup synced to my iPad. By 2:20 a.m., I knew the hotel, the room number, and what I'd do next. The notification blinked across the corner of my screen like a lighthouse warning. New photos, 24. They slid into the shared album we almost never used anymore. I tapped, a flicker of annoyance, expecting another picture of her lunch, maybe an office selfie. Instead, I got a mirror shot, her hair damp, hotel towel loose, a second toothbrush reflecting in the frame like a confession. I didn't shout, I didn't throw the iPad, I just sat there at my kitchen table in northeast Minneapolis, counting the breath between my ribs. The window above the sink showed a handful of sodium orange streetlights and the shadowy shoulder of the Mississippi. On my counter, a bag of cedar shavings waited, my half-built kayak ribcage glistening with resin. I planned to spend the week sanding. I didn't know I'd be stripping something else down to the grain. My name is not important here. Call me the guy who took his time. I'm 33, a civil estimator with Northland Restorations, the kind of person who calculates the cost to bring old buildings back from the dead after fires or floods. Numbers calm me, schedules soothe me. After dinner I bike along St. Anthony Parkway, then spend an hour in my workshop coaxing a wooden kayak to life, a slender slice of red cedar and patience that, in good light, looks like it's moving even when it's still. That kayak was my promise to myself, finish it before the wedding, launch it at Lake Harriet at dawn, a quiet lap around the water before vows and photographs, and the life we'd said we wanted. Her name was Sasha, 28, brand strategist, clever as a fox, laugh like a tossed coin, bright and cold at once. We met at a volunteer day in Whittier 2 summers ago, painting a community centre. She wore white sneakers to a paint event, and somehow kept them spotless. I liked that. She could stand in a drip zone and swerve clean. She'd tell stories about canned lions and working on ad campaigns in London. About typography, like it was a religion. On our first date, she reached across a table at Cado no Misa, stole a piece of sashimi from my plate, and said, "What's the best mistake you've made?" I said, "Maybe agreeing to eat with you." She laughed. For a while, we were good. She moved into my place in March, a second-floor walk-up off 13th Avenue NE, and made it look like a magazine in a week. Plants that actually lived. Pillows without visible stuffing. We got engaged in July at a picnic by the Stone Arch Bridge. I did the whole kneel with a ring thing, and a group of teenagers cheered like we were a halftime show. She cried in that clean, controlled way, folded into my arms, said yes against my shoulder, and then immediately asked for a photo with the skyline. I didn't mind. I liked the idea that our life would have good composition. Subtle red flags showed up like a watermark when the papers held to the sun. She always needed her phone on Do Not Disturb at night because of anxiety. She used the term polyphase about her college years like it was a brand she'd tried and discovered the market wasn't quite right for. There were men in her stories whose names were initials, JMR. Full story in the channel below.